guys, it's Amelia. I'm not the pilot, I'm just Amelia. So this year I've decided to do this series of videos where every month I will post a video on the first Friday of the month, and my goal is to do one new thing every month in hopes that I will maybe inspire you guys to try something new as well, because I feel like we should always be learning and trying new things. So this month I knit a sweater. So I've never knit before and I've never really sewed, but I saw this sweater. It's by Hope MaCaulay brand. I'm gonna post it here on Instagram, and I kept seeing it and I was like, oh my god, I really like that sweater, but it's like 400 euros or pounds, I don't remember which, and I was like, I don't have that kind of money. So I was like, you know what, I think I could make that, and so I did. I'm gonna link below the materials that I bought to make my sweater, and also I think 2 or 3 videos on how I did this. So this is called hand knitting, I'm pretty positive. You don't need any knitting needles, you literally just need to buy the wool, and then you should probably get like a flat surface to do it on. First off, the materials you need are about 6 skeins of wool. A skein is one thingy of wool. I used 6 because I did all these different colors. If you don't want to do all different colors and you just want to do one color, or maybe 2, I would say you only really need 5. Maybe you could get away with 4. It's debatable. I'm going to show you guys a little bit of vlogs of my struggles of trying to figure out how to do this. I've been making this for the whole month, essentially. So I started at the very beginning of the month, and I finally just sat down and made the whole thing today. So here are my experiences of trying to make it. Well, I'm feeling super crafty this weekend, clearly, so I'm gonna try to make this sweater. Okay, I found this on Instagram and I've been like obsessed with it, and it keeps popping up, and now I followed them and I just love them so much, but they're so expensive. If you have the money, I would say go for it. Really great brand, and their stuff is just super cute, and I really like this sweater, so I decided I can make that. I could do that, you know? Like, let's just do it. We could do this. I have no experience knitting, crocheting, or anything like that. I've literally never done it before, so this is gonna be super fun. But you know, like, I was an art major, and I just, like, I'm a confident person, and I just sort of feel like I could do that, you know? Like, I think I could do this. I watched a couple YouTube tutorials. So my idea is that I'll just hand knit a square for the back, and I'll hand knit 2 squares for the front, and I don't know how we're gonna do the sleeves yet, but like, it'll work out, it's fine. So I went and bought some stuff from Michael's, and they didn't have all the colors I wanted, so then I had to buy some lower quality off of Walgreens, but we're gonna try our best. First off, I have this sweater. This is like a cardigan. It's not oversized or chunky or anything, but my thought was I should like measure out the like width of the top part and the like length of it so that I could figure out how tall I should make my sweater, you know? So I'm gonna do that. Well, the shoulders, like, how do I do this? I feel like I've never shown you this angle of my room, so now you know what my floor looks like. Super exciting. Also, look at this lighting. Wow. I feel like the sleeves are going to be extremely difficult, and I don't even know how to start doing those, so I'm not going to do those yet. I only bought like 3 things of this wool because I don't actually know how much I need. So, and I don't know how much I'm going to need of each color either, because there's like the specific way I want to do the colors, which I will show you in a couple seconds, but I don't know what I'm going to need. So my plan was I'll just buy 1 thing of each color, and then when I run out, I'll just buy another one of that color. I don't know if this is a good idea, but that's how I'm doing it. So I got this like dusky pinkish color, this like teal minty color, and then this like sort of ugly yellow, which I'm not super hype about it, but I got this from Walmart and it was cheaper. So I'm also sort of concerned because this isn't like real wool, and it's not super like together, like it comes apart very easily, which I'm nervous about. And the one girl was also saying that this sort of like It's very linty, so it'll come off on your clothes a lot, and the sweater might fall apart in a couple of years, so like, great, let's get started. Okay, I just did some more research, and I just found a girl on YouTube who actually was like trying to make this specific sweater. I found 2 girls, and both of them did like okay, but I feel like they made it sort of like a cropped sweater, and I don't think I want it that short, so I'm like gotta make sure I make it long in the front and the back. They also, I feel like the backs of theirs connect really weird, so I'm trying to look at the website for the company and like figure out how the back works, and now I'm starting to think it's all one piece. Like I feel like the back square just completely flows into the front part, and I might try to do that, but I might not, because I don't really know if I have that skill. To start, you're going to want to make sure there's a tail on one side, and then you're going to take and make a little loop, and then you're going to twist it one more time, and then you're just going to take the rest of the yarn and just bring it through that loop, and you're going to make another little loop. And then you're just going to keep making little loops. It's super easy. You just keep pulling it through the previous loop, and it's going to make a chain. And you're just going to keep going until you have the length that you want. Okay, so I'm measuring now, and apparently I got carried away because it's already too long. So I need to undo some of it. I don't understand this step. So you make your desired length, and then, oh my god, you could see me over there. So you make your desired length, and then you just add another loop, but then you put the loop back through. I don't know how to do this. That, super easy. Really like this. I'm gonna knit all day now, every day. Oh, okay, so like I just made this loop, right? And I think I'm gonna take, is it this one maybe? No, this one. And I don't know what I'm doing. And then you just do that for like all of these bumps. Does it look like I know what I'm doing? I hope so. To better explain what past Amelia was trying to say, you're going to make your one row, and then at the end you should have just one loop hanging out, and you're just going to go through that exact loop again, and then you're going to want to pull out all of the previous layers bumps. I hope that makes sense visually. You can see what I'm talking about. And then you're going to just make new loops in those bumps. You're just going to keep pulling loops like you did before, but this time you're making them from the previous layers bumps. And you just do that back and forth over and over again, and that's how you make the length of the sweater or blanket. Just like that. And then you're gonna continue looping through the other loops. My god, this is so easy. Who knew? Who knew? Alright, so I've just done this much, and now I'm going to change to pink. So apparently you just put it through the loop like you do the rest of it. I don't know what's going on, but I'm pretty positive the bottom is tighter than the top part, so it's sort of like going outwards, which is not good. Also, this side is way tighter than this side, but like, whatever. Like, we'll see how it goes. I moved rooms because I'm watching Harry Potter right now, so I wanted to watch Harry Potter and drink some tea while I knit. Didn't Mummy ever tell you it was rude to eavesdrop, Potter? The trick is to tell us! Oh yeah. Dead boy, you could wipe the drool off your chin. I think this is quite too big, but whatever. Next color. It's like way too wide, and I just got like too, like it's not tight enough, so I think I'm gonna like undo all of this. I'll leave the yellow, or maybe I'll undo a little bit of the yellow because it's supposed to be mostly mint anyway. Like that's the design I wanted to do. It's supposed to be like a little yellow, a little pink, and then like big chunk of the mint, but clearly that's not what it is, so help. Super easy to unravel, so that's nice. I realized if I make the loops like smaller, then it'll make it all tighter, so it's working pretty good so far, I think. And then the way I'm sort of doing it is I just like put my finger in it while I'm doing the next one. So like I'll do it like my pinky's in there, and then, okay, well I do it with 2 hands, but like you pull it through and then they're like sort of the size of your finger, which I think is going pretty well. Alright, so this is my finished back, and I've sort of just decided that I'm just gonna like attach the front panels. Like I didn't make front panels, but I'm just gonna like keep going, but I'm gonna like stop in the middle type, like I'll go across in the middle and then go up. Do you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna make like a vest poncho type of deal. I don't know how this is gonna work. What am I doing? It's too big. Alright, so I finally got the extra yarn, my like pink and mint, I guess. And then I ordered more of the yellow yarn, and they weren't sending it. So I ordered another one and got a refund, but they sent me 2 anyway. But this yellow is not the same as that yellow. I don't know what to do. Like, do I remake the entire thing? Hello. I'm once again wearing my Gryffindor sweater for like the 3rd day in a row. It's been super snowy outside this past week, so I haven't really left the house too much, and today my goal is to finally finish this sweater. I'm going to be watching Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, because that's what I'm in the mood for, and I want to redo this entire sweater. It didn't take me too long the first time, so I feel like this isn't going to take too long, but as you can see, I have all my yarn here, and the problem is that the yarn that I ordered second is not the exact same color as the yarn that I originally ordered, so I've made the decision that I'm just going to completely undo the sweater and then redo it with this color, I guess. I hope it's gonna look okay. This color is definitely more like orangey, and I'm not really sure if I like that, but at this point I just want to finish the sweater because it's driving me nuts. It's also been sitting in my room for a while, and it's coming undone a little bit, so can't wait to see if this sweater actually lasts longer than like a week. I'm really excited about it though, so I hope it turns out okay. I sort of want to add pockets to it, but I also don't know how to do that, and I haven't done sleeves yet, and I don't know how to do sleeves, so this is gonna be fun. I'm gonna watch some Harry Potter. Let's go! So to do the sleeves, I did the exact same type of knitting style where you just make loops, and then instead of going back and forth, you just sort of connect it into a circle. The sleeves are definitely way harder to do though, because it's harder to like control it and keep it going upwards instead of outwards, so they definitely turned out a little wonky, but I think it worked. But it helped that after about 5 layers, I was able to sort of make it flat, so it's like 2-sided, and then I would just go back and forth and flip it over every time I would go to the different side, and that made it more controllable. To make it sort of balloon outward, I started with about 7 loops around the wrist, and then as I went up, I would slowly just add in another loop. I still don't really know how you're supposed to do that, but I would just add a loop wherever I wanted, and it seemed to work okay. But my sleeves are definitely not as tightly knit as my actual main area of the sweater is. It's done, 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 it's done. Look at those seams. I'm gonna put it on. I'm so scared. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm so excited. It's sort of heavy. Oh no, did I make the sleeves too tight? Oh, they're really long. Oh my god, I love it. The sleeves are definitely too long, but like, they're squishy, so I feel like that's okay. I figured out how big I wanted this cardigan to be based on the size of this other cardigan that I own. I just would like lay this down And then I made the rows as long as this is wide. And then I just went from there. You could be more precise about it by counting how many loops you do, but I just sort of went for it. That's sort of my style. Literally anyone could do this type of knitting. I think it's so simple. You literally are just sort of making loops, and then you just pull through the yarn and just make more loops, and then you go back and forth and it makes a blanket, which is so cool. I saw other people had done separate panels for the front, but I was being ambitious, so I sort of just went straight in to the next colors. And so this and the back is all one panel. The sleeves are separate. So I guess my thing is 18 across. Is that right? I can't do math. I did 6 on each side, and that's how I made the 2 sides, and then I left 6 alone to do the neck. And then I finished off the neck later just by like closing it off with the basic closing loop. So then I literally just took another piece and I just looped until these were connected on both sides. I used yellow on this side, and I used pink on this side. I don't know if you could really tell. And then for the sleeves, I followed this other girl's tutorial who actually was making this exact same sweater, and she just made about 7 links, and then you just sort of link them into each other, and then you just keep going. And then if you want it to sort of balloon like this, you just add an extra loop. That was sort of difficult for me. I don't really know if I did that correctly. The sleeves definitely look a little wonky, but I sort of like it. It was also harder to control the sleeves. I would say each sleeve took me probably about an hour, whereas this whole front back thing took me about 2 hours together. So total, I want to say this whole sweater took me about 4 hours. The blanket tutorial I watched, the way the lady finishes the blankets is she would take like a white thread and some needle and just sew the 2 pieces together at the end so that they stay. Honestly, you could just sort of tie it and then hide the like tail of it. That's mostly what you do anyway for the rest of things. Like in here in the armpit, there's obviously a lot of finished ends. And so I would just tie them together really tightly, and then you just tuck them in and weave them in, and it just sort of stays. So to do this sleeve, I did the exact same thing I did on this side, except I switched to different colors halfway through. And then for these little bands, I saw this on the actual sweater and I thought it was cute, although I think it looks a little dumb on this one. I don't know if I did it right, but I literally just took extra pieces of the yellow I had and just sort of like thread them through and then tied them inside. And it is very like stretchy material, so it is forgiving. Also, as you could tell, my armpit is like back here, so honestly I didn't need to make it this wide. I probably could have done like less and maybe made the neck a little less as well. I don't know. It's still pretty nice. I'm excited about this. I've never done something like this before, and I'm really excited to do more artsy projects. It is sort of falling apart almost already because that's just the nature of this type of material. It doesn't stay put together. Like if I pulled really hard on this, it'll just come apart. And I don't think you could wash it, but I really like it and it's cute, and I think it cost me maybe about $60. This is all that's left over. So it's like maybe half of a skein of the blue, and then I have almost the full thing of the pink, which is sort of a bummer, but I did need it to finish the sleeves. I'm really excited I tried this too, because now I think I want to knit more. Maybe not hand knitting like this, but I want to try knitting for real. I hope you guys liked this video. As I said, links for everything that I used are down below, including a list of materials, and thanks for watching, guys!